Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Asrarul Fatiha. Lesson number 6. Secrets of the Ba. Yes, the letter Ba in Bismillah. We'll talk about the secrets of that Ba. You'll be surprised that one letter has amazing secrets in them. So let's continue. So first of all, let's look at this expression, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful expression, Bismillahi ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We already know the meanings of ar-Rahman and ar-Rahim. And we know Allah is the proper name of God. Let's talk about Bismi. So how do we translate? Now, when I look at the translations, a lot of the translations say, in the name of Allah, ar-Rahman Rahim. And I started thinking, what does that mean, in the name of Allah? What am I doing? So there's a lot of hidden stuff. And this is the beauty of Arabic language, is that you will find lots of hidden stuff. What do I mean by hidden stuff? Stuff that goes without saying. Things that are in the Quran have a lot of hidden and implied and implicit meanings. And the job of a mufassir, if you look at any tafsir of the Quran, let me see if I can find a tafsir. Let's look at this tafsir here. This is tafsir of Jalalain, one of my favorite tafsirs. If you look at this tafsir, you look on the side here, you notice there is red and then there's blue, right? The red or the purple, whatever the color is, the red is the Quran. And then there's a lot of things that the mufassir has added in the middle. Where are they getting this from? How are they learning? How do they know all these hidden words? There's a lot of mahdhufat. Mahdhuf is a deleted word that is implied, implicit, it's understood, it goes without saying. But how do they know? Well, that's exactly what we study. We begin to get a taste of that in this course, inshallah, as well as in my Quranic linguistics series. I will show you all the amazing mahdhufat. There are more than 40 different types of mahdhufat. So coming back here to the Bismillahi ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What you see here is I begin by invoking, and I've put that in parentheses. That's the mahdhuf, that is the hidden part, which we can easily tell by studying grammar. Obviously, we're not there yet, so I'm just going to give you the answer without explaining to you how I got it. What we see is the name of Allah, ar-Rahman, ar-Rahim, to seek his help. That's one interpretation. There are two ways to interpret Bismillahi ar-Rahman Rahim. That's one way. Okay. And all of both of these interpretations you will find in the classical tafsir of the Quran. The second interpretation is I begin by invoking the name of Allah, ar-Rahman, ar-Rahim, to seek his blessing. And another thing I can add here is who is ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay. So Allah is ar-Rahman Rahim. That's the idea behind this. And the way this verse is worded. So all this hidden stuff you can get an idea of based on studying Arabic grammar and balagha. So what we see and what we don't see. That's why you need a tafsir of the Quran, because there's a lot of stuff that you don't read, that you don't see written. So there are two interpretations of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The first interpretation is I begin by invoking the name of Allah, who is ar-Rahman and ar-Rahim. Okay, all the hidden implied stuff it's the job of the mufassir to sort of clarify, to bring out the mahdhufat, the hidden stuff. That's one interpretation. The second interpretation of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is I begin by invoking the name of Allah, who is ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, to seek his blessing, barakah, to seek the barakah. Okay, so the Arabic letter ba is an amazing letter. If you look at any advanced Arabic grammar book, according to this book, Jami'u ad-Durus al-Arabiya, this is quite advanced, okay? This is so advanced that after studying, completing all my Quranic linguistics series towards the end, you get to study it. It's very heavy. It's like encyclopedic work. This Sheikh here, Mustafa al-Ghalayini, says that the Arabic letter ba, which is a preposition, has 13 different meanings. That's amazing. This language, Arabic, is crazy. This language is amazing. It is so deep. Our great scholars have identified 13 different meanings of the letter ba. Then if you read the tafsirs of the Quran, especially if you read, I mentioned this last time, everyone should have this book here, the Study Quran. It's really nice English commentary and tafsir of the Quran. If you look at the different tafsir of the Quran, especially classical tafsir, you will see that the ulama, the mufassirun, have said the Arabic letter ba in this context, what does that mean, this context? In the context of Bismillahi ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, has two main meanings. There's a third meaning which some scholars have mentioned that I'm not going into right now. It's kind of advanced. But there are two main meanings. You will see most ulama, mufassirun, mention them. The first meaning of the ba is al-isti'ana. Remember this keyword, al-isti'ana means that to seek help, isti'ana. And we will see another verse later on, iyaka nasta'in, same root. The second meaning of the ba is at-tabarruk. So try to remember these Arabic technical terms because they're building your vocabulary. They're Quranic Arabic words, and you will see them in tafasir. Al-isti'ana, to seek help. At-tabarruk is to get the barakah. When I say Allah's name, there's barakah in my action. What is barakah? Barakah has two meanings. Barakah means ziyada, increase, and it can also mean khair. So if my action that I'm doing, for example, Bismillahir Rahman Rahim, ashrabu, I drink. I begin drinking by invoking the name of Allah, who is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, to seek his help in drinking. Because if you look at the complex biochemistry, the water, the way it goes down, I need Allah's help. It's a Rahman who has already made it easy for me without me even asking. He has completed all the necessary, the processes for the water to flow down and then go through my, the whole system. So isti'ana means seeking help, and at-tabarruk means barakah. So barakah is increase. Sometimes I drink and drink and drink water, I'm still thirsty, but sometimes I drink water a little bit and the thirst goes away. So where's the barakah? Sometimes we don't have any barakah, meaning that it's not efficient, it's not effective, it's not long lasting. So barakah has to do with efficiency, effectiveness, long lasting, increasing, more for less. So those are the two main meanings of the ba in the context of Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. And notice how I deliberately avoided translating ar-Rahman Rahim. That's because I don't want to translate ar-Rahman Rahim, because to me, it's like impossible, because I know too much about ar-Rahman Rahim to translate it just as compassionate, the merciful, the beneficent. Yeah, all of that is true, but it's a lot deeper than that. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Here's some fun facts. The ba in the Arabic language has 13 different meanings. I've already explained that. And the Quranic Linguistics series, which I hope all of you will continue to study. And this is, this is the first course, kind of the preparatory course. We'll go look into all the amazing meanings of al-ba. The question is, when do we say Bismillah? How important is it to say Bismillah? The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, everything worth doing that does not begin with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is cut off. Cut off. If you don't say Bismillah, it's cut off. What does that mean, cut off? Again, there is something hidden. There's something mahdhuf. There's something implied, implicit here. Cut off from what, Ya Rasulullah? Cut off from being blessed. And of course, Allah is the proper name of God. So when do we say Bismillah Rahman Rahim? Before everything, drinking, eating, praying, studying, doing homework. If you forgot to say Bismillah, just say it as soon as you remember it. You will feel good every time you say it, and your action will be blessed. Your action will have barakah in it, which is what? Barakah is increase, efficiency, and effectiveness, and long lasting. It's time to check our understanding. What is the proper name of God? We already talked about that. That's Allah. Sometimes they say, why do I keep mentioning this? Is because sometimes they translate the word Allah as God. Some scholars have said it's okay to do that, but I personally don't feel that it's accurate. I don't think the word Allah can be translated. The word Allah should not be translated. It's like, my name is Fahim. You don't translate my name. Fahim in Arabic means someone who is very understanding. You don't translate my name as, hi, Mr. Very Understanding, right? So similarly, you don't translate Allah to, you cannot translate somebody's name, right? Sometimes they say Allah is God. Okay, I kind of get it. I don't like that because I know too much to not do that. So I prefer not to translate the word Allah. Because the word for God is ilahun. The word for God is ilahun. And let me try that. Oops. Ilahun is the word for God. Okay, and there's an alif khanjariya here. And if you want to say the God, you say al-ilahu. You just add al before it. Like that. Al-ilahu is not the same as Allahu. Al-ilahu means the God. So that's why I don't like to translate the word Allah as God. Although some scholars have said it's okay to do that. So, I'm not going to make, I'm not going to say it's totally wrong or haram or anything like that. I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying it's my personal preference to not do that. Cut off means what? Tell me, what do you think the word cut off implies in the hadith? That's correct. Cut off means not having barakah. But then what is barakah? Barakah is, as I mentioned before, barakah has to do with efficiency, long-lasting increase. You get more for less. Sometimes your $100 lasts you more. You're able to buy more things with $100 sometimes than you buy with $125. That's barakah. Okay, let's go on to the next question. What happens if you don't begin with basmala? Oh my God, I forgot to say basmala. Basmala is a shorthand term which means to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What happens if you don't begin with basmala or Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim? Well, you will not have barakah, right? But then what do? If you forget, just remember it. Just say it, even if you say it better late than never. In the context of the Bismillah, what are the two main interpretations of the Arabic letter Ba? Here, if you have printed this workbook, write down in English and in Arabic, tell me the words. So write down here both al-isti'ana and al-tabarruk, as you saw in the previous. And finally, how many total meanings are there for the letter Ba according to Arabic grammarians Yes, that is correct. There are 13 meanings. Arabic is crazy, isn't it? But you know what? It's not random. For each meaning, there's a wisdom and there's a sign and there's a way to tell if you study linguistics, inshallah. And all of these meanings, inshallah, will start to unfold as we continue in this beautiful journey of ours. And finally, write down the two possible interpretations of the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What are two ways to translate? So as you can see, there's a lot of parentheses, and that is the job of the mufassir based on linguistics and of course on other things, that the linguist can bring out the hidden meanings, to bring out the implicit and make it explicit for you. As I mentioned before, you can see in this Tafsir al-Jalalain, there's all kinds of stuff that is hidden, and you can see he brings it out. It's amazing, amazing. The mufassir's job is an amazing job, and you will get used to reading a lot of tafsir as you continue, inshallah, in this course. Now, we're all done with this. It is time for a quiz. Yay! So what I'm going to do is you take the quiz, and inshallah, if you get it all right, good job. If you don't, if you have questions, you're welcome to make a comment. And then we will end at this point, inshallah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.